pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we'll take public comments on agenda items. There are none. Reports of supervisor and council members. This is a special meeting brought together to address the 284 highway document. We're hoping to get this ball rolling after such a long time, and I think that's it. John?
Yeah, this is important work, needs to get done soon with the warm weather still with us, so I think without any further ado, I'm going to make a motion that we read the resolution. I will read it if you so desire. Okay.
Dave?
I've got no problem with that. Just to point out to the people that there's an awful lot of paper on this, so that hopefully everybody did their due diligence and read through all the emails and proposals.
And further that hopefully from here on out we get this a little earlier, because there is an escalation fee that came into effect. It's every year. If we get these roads done a little bit earlier every year, then the fuel prices are down. We can save the taxpayer a lot of money by doing this a little bit earlier. Steve?
No, I think the fuel prices currently are lower than they were at the beginning of the season.
I have a whole fuel price thing here, and it is actually up.
It's not really reflected at the fuel pumps.
I don't think it really has much to do with the fuel pumps.
I just have one question, Rich. After reading through these, they said there's a lot of speculation on that. This bill, if I'm not mistaken, from what I read, this bill could still go up, depending on what they find in the subsurface.
As in the regulations?
Yeah, I mean...
It's never happened before, I can tell you that.
Okay, it's never happened before, but I mean, they did put in their bid that it can go up. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was on the last page.
Well,
If groundwater is encountered at any depth, measures should be taken to ensure proper drainage before the area is reclaimed, and they pointed out that there might be other precautions that they have to take.
First figure if something does happen. Doesn't occur. I don't have those x-ray glasses.
No, nobody does, but I mean, I just...
Yeah.
Okay.
Understood, and I will contact the board or emails or whatever.
Thank you.
If something does occur.
Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, Steve, to address you, January was $334 a ton, February $345, March $369, April $393, May $409, June $420, and July $422. So it actually has risen. I just have a question, a couple of questions for Mr. Wiseman. If you would stand up here, Mr. Wiseman. I just would like to know how much of this work is being done in-house and how much of this work your men are actually doing.
We're doing all the drainage, necessary tree work, blacktopping now, unless there's a culvert pipe crossing, and reclamation no, and flagging. We're saving money in flagging. We're going to use our water tank and back in one of the small dump trucks to save money from using the water trucks for the roller. The reclamation water truck, that's too big of the thing that we can't handle that. But other than that, we do everything else in-house except for the blacktop and then the reclaiming.
Okay, and On these particular roads, are you mirroring what was there, or are you changing it?
Am I mirroring what was there? Am I changing it? We're grinding it?
I think he's changing it. I think I read in here that they're putting down a heavier base.
Yeah, that's what we're changing.
What I'm talking about is, when was the last time this road was done?
I could not find any literature. It was done in 99 from what,
Actually lasts more than 18 years. So obviously something is off. So are you changing the structure
I'm
of this
gonna do-
road in any way?
I'm gonna do some drainage. That's it. We're gonna do
So
drainage. More drainage. We're adding more drainage. And we're gonna find, we're gonna dig up through, and if we see we know where there's a couple spots where the water perks through, we're gonna hit the main spots first, and then, if we start reclaiming the road and we find a wet spot, we're gonna put drainage there before they put the Portland mix in.
Why are there so many dips in that road, though? I mean, it's
It's just the clay and the movement. Remember how Brush Hill
Yeah,
used to be?
right.
All right. Brush Hill, the top part going from that one section of Canby, that was calcium chloride mixed in. Everything
Okay.
else down was Portland.
Okay,
We mixed the cement in, and it stopped a lot of that.
yeah,
West Clove
made
Mountain,
quite a difference.
where West Clove Mountain was dirt all the way up to the end,
Yeah,
from Bloomer, not just Bloomer, but up a ways.
yeah,
We did it there too.
okay.
We find the wet spots, fix them, and then the Portland hardens up the clay, which the road was never done right the first time.
Which is what I read in here.
Yeah.
And obviously a road should last more than 18
Yeah,
years.
but, yeah, it wasn't.
You would
done
hope.
It wasn't done properly the
Yeah.
first time. And he
And that's
sounds
all
like
I'm asking,
yes.
is if you are making changes to try and,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Well, they're adding Portland
Yeah,
to
we're adding
that.
Portland, we're putting a better base, and we're gonna put down 3 inches of binder instead of a thin coat of blacktop, and it's gonna last longer.
That's what we want.
Yep.
any further discussions?
I'm satisfied.
Okay, resolutions. John, would you like to read the
Yes,
resolution?
resolution approving Highway Department pursuant to Highway Law 284. Whereas Highway Law 284 requires that the town board and the town highway superintendent agree upon the monies levied and collected for the repair and improvement of highways and monies received from the state for highway repairs, and whereas the town highway superintendent has submitted his list of road improvements to the town board pursuant to section 284 of the New York State Highway Law. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Unionville hereby approves the list of highway projects submitted to the town of Unionville Highway Superintendent, submitted by the town of Unionville Highway Superintendent pursuant to section 284 of the New York State Highway Law.
I'll second it.
Town board discussion? Roll call vote?
Councilman Welch,
Aye.
Supervisor Tompkins,
Aye.
Councilman McMorris,
Aye.
Councilman Frazier.
Aye.
Okay, and that concludes our town board
Then I'll
meeting.
make a motion, we adjourn.
I'll second that too.
And our next meeting is what, August 17th?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hate these long meetings.
We shouldn't have even had this meeting.
I know, but at least we got it done.